Hey, Tribe, Sally here. I hope you're having an amazing and fascinating day. I know I am. And if you're wondering why it's dark outside, because it's very early in the morning. I got to get ready to go to work at my camp hosting job in Yellowstone in just a little bit. But I wanted to get this intro for you to give you a little context about the video that you're going to see. So, what you're going to be watching was filmed from the time that we got to Cottonwood Springs Campground in uh, Hot Springs, South Dakota. Boy, I had to think about that for a minute. So we got there on July 9th, and what I filmed here is between July 9th and 13th. What I'm not showing you a whole bunch of is the days that I spent troubleshooting thinking my problem was with my refrigerator. Turns out it wasn't. Having to deal with my CO2 alarm going off every minute of every hour. That happened twice, actually. The first time, I had enough DC voltage power available that I was able to get it to shut off for most of the day, but then it woke me up at 4 o'clock the next morning. Kit was freaked out. I was a little freaked out. And as you'll see at the end of this video, I ended up just completely disconnecting it until I solved my 12 volt DC problems, which I thought were solved while I was at this campground, not in this video, but they weren't. So there's going to be a whole video that's going to show you little snippets of the trouble that I had along the way until I finally got this trouble resolved. The short version of this is that I had corroded batteries, and I'm still not 100% sure why that was, and ended up swapping out my original 12 volt lead acid batteries, 6 volt, two of them wired in series so that I had 12 volt power that came with the coach when I bought it 2 years ago, which the terminals were really corroded. A lot of the lugs behind them attached to the wall were corroded to and from the converter. So swap that out, put in a 100 amp hour SOK lithium battery and a Victron charger, and I don't seem to be having any problems since I did that near the end of July. But it took a long time to get there, and I'm going to take you along with me painfully as I live through the experience. So that's part of what you're getting today. You're getting a hike down the canyon to go see the reservoir, a look around the campground, and a little bit of relaxation after the really long day we had getting there, which was in the previous travel video. So as always, thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate you taking your time to watch my videos. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, even more importantly. And you know, one of the things that YouTube likes the best is if you watch the video all the way to the end. This one isn't particularly long, so hopefully you'll be able to do that. And if you want to get a little more interaction with me and support the work that I do in trying to bring these videos to you guys, consider becoming a channel member. There's a QR code here on the screen. You can click to do that. Let's roll the intro and get right into this. Thanks for being here.
Wake up with the sun in our eyes. Sally forth, no need for goodbyes. Journey calls, let's roll the dice. Every mile a new surprise.
Look at this. Isn't that pretty? Somebody planted, I'm sure they planted them, because it looks like a deliberate garden, a bunch of flowers here. And we've got a playground. And we've got stormy clouds. We've already had a big thunderstorm this morning, and might be more coming. I can still hear thunder. Here are the bathrooms. No showers. There is potable water on the side of the building. Would you like to know where we are? We are at Cottonwood Springs Campground. It's an Army Corps of Engineers park. The sites are all dry camping. That's the camp post right there. And as you can see, there's nobody here except, well, we're up behind the building up there. We'll have to get all the way around there. So we've been dealing with 95 to 100, it was 104 yesterday for part of our drive, but 95 plus degree temperatures for days. And we knew we were going to catch a break in the weather today. So, well, originally Our intention was that we were going to stay at a campground just outside of Agate Fossil Bed State National Monument, and we were intending to then do agate fossil beds this morning before it got too hot and then move on. But we got to the campground and it was out of business. So we went to the monument, did our stuff there, and it was already bloody hot. It was, by the time we left there, it was about almost 3 o'clock, I think. And, you know, like 97, 98 degrees, 99 degrees, I think, at that point. And so we had picked a possible location in Harrison. There's in Harrison, that was still Nebraska, I think, yeah. And City Park in Harrison has 2 RV overnight spots with a shared pedestal, 130 amp and 150 amp outlet, and 2 water spigots. And we were pretty tired, and we're thinking, all right, well, we can always stay there. And we almost did, but we did fill up with water because our goal was to get here. And as you can see, we're the only campers here. Today is Thursday, July the 10th. There are a few reservations over the weekend, but it's not going to be full from the way the recreation.gov site looked. And yeah, so the only downside to these sites is most of them are sloped from the back to the front. So getting level or mostly level is a bit of a challenge, but not too much of a challenge. I did it without too much trouble. But it's very pleasant. There are trees, and we picked the sites over there, first of all, because we can stay until Monday morning in both of them, and secondly, because I'm still having refrigerator troubles, and the way the sun is angled, I'll get morning sunlight on the side of my rig, but it'll be gone in the afternoon. Sorry, Kit's sniffing. Because it's been so bloody hot. And today is much cooler, at least so far, than it was supposed to be. And if the forecast holds for tomorrow, tomorrow will be cool as well. I think the high today was supposed to be 85. Feels like it's about 65. And it's very overcast with the thunderstorms and everything. So that's actually been quite nice. I want to see if we can get a look at the reservoir. The ranger said that if I was, willing to take a trail, but I don't know where the trail is, so I'm going to look for that. But I should be able to find a trail that'll get me to the edge, and then I can kind of zigzag down to get to the reservoir. If you look through there, you can kind of see the cliff face that the reservoir is on. Let's see what happens if we walk over here a little bit closer. Can we get closer to it? Huh. Well, here's some kind of little trail. And I can actually see water down there. Way down at the bottom. It's pretty far down there. This could be a very challenging hike for me. I don't think this is really a trail. It might be a bunny trail. Literally one that the bunnies have made. And there's probably deer here, and I don't know what else, but see that little rock formation over there. So beautiful area here in South Dakota. We're near Hot Springs, South Dakota. And when we leave here, our next stop is going to be at Wind Cave National Park. And I don't remember what we're doing after that in what order exactly, but we have a lot of stuff planned. So that's what I have to say. You can just barely see the top of the rigs up there. And this might be the only video I shoot here unless I figure out how to get down to the reservoir and take you along with me. We'll see. There was somebody who camped across the street from the camp host last night in a tent. They got in just before dark, and they were gone pretty early this morning. I was kind of surprised by that. So we're both looking forward to just relaxing for a few days. I've got some projects I need to take care of. Barb said she wants to do some cooking. And I want to take time to reflect on some of the great places we've been and things we've seen already, because we've done so much and we still have plenty more to do, but we got time. Hang on a second. I'll show you this. Kit, wait. 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 Do you want to go see Barb? How cute is that? He knows what her rig looks like. You can go ahead. Go ahead. I wouldn't do this if there was anybody else here, but even the camp host is gone, so I feel pretty safe in letting him loose, because he's running right over to Barb's because she got him human grade sausage treats, which she's been giving him little pieces of over the past couple of weeks, I mean. And then yesterday when we were at Fort Laramie, she bought bison jerky for her to share with me. And we're sitting there watching the movie, and she gives Kit a little piece of bison jerky, and he's in heaven. He thinks bison jerky's the best thing in the world. That's what he thinks. So he's over by the door. She might have her door closed because it was pouring down rain. So we're gonna have to go knock, because she said to bring him by so he gets his treat. Where is she? Where is she, Kit? Where is she? Is she home? Go ahead, Kit. Can you do it?
Yeah, I put those outside.
I'm filming, by the way.
Oh, okay.
I'm telling everybody on YouTube about how you're treating him.
I'm treating him like he deserves to be treated.
You are. Much better than his mommy treats him, huh? Who's an excited boy? Who's an excited boy?
Well, what the heck did I do with his little treats?
Uh-oh. This is what happens when you rearrange the
Oh,
refrigerator.
here it is, right here. Yeah, I cleaned out my refrigerator, and
So you cleaned out your refrigerator.
yeah, and so I can eat everything in my refrigerator. Everything in my refrigerator is now safe to eat.
Including his dog treats.
Have a seat. Wait, good boys. There you go, good boy.
What a good puppy dog.
Yeah.
So you can see just how much fun Kit's having on our trip, aren't you, Kit?
Everybody gets to see how messy my stuff is.
I'm not showing anything but the floor.
Oh, thank you.
That's all we're seeing was Kit and the floor.
I'm reorganizing.
Well, it's been raining for most of the day, but we did get a neighbor. Thought I heard a generator running. I thought it was a camp host for a while, but no, it's these people. And I think this Jeep was pulled up and parked in this site for some period of time, waiting for, I guess, their bus to show up. Beautiful evening now, pretty chilly. It's like 63 degrees outside. And what a blessing after what we've been through for so long. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about this. Might even be able to close some windows when I go in, we'll see. And you guys might be getting tired of what I'm showing you here by the time we leave, because we're going to be here for a few more days. But look at these black-eyed Susans, aren't they pretty? Yeah. And the sun finally came out. It's been very overcast and stuff like that today. So, yeah, when the camp host is out, maybe I'll stop by and say hi to her. Just look how pretty. Pretty.
The next day.
Well, I found the reservoir. The campground is back up this way. There is actually a trail. It took me a little while to find it. And I am now right by the edge. We know how I feel about that. So I'm going to see how hard it is to get all the way down to the water over here. And I wonder what's on the other side of the dam. We'll see. Maybe we'll see, maybe we won't. We'll find out. So we were just up at the very top. Well, you can't even see the very top of that cliff. We came down to this part. This is the next level down. And it looks like we're going to have to head over there to get on the road to get down to the water. So let's go head that way. Let's head that way. I'm going to be interested to see how hard it is to get back up here. That was a little bit of a steep section coming down to here. A little loose, little steep, but not terrible. I don't think people use this trail very much. So now we're kind of bushwhacking. All right, I really need to look at this carefully to make sure I don't step in a hole. Oh, is this the trail? Maybe? It's kind of like off-roading. I am just shocked that this campground is basically empty. Today is Friday. The camp host is here. My friend Barb and I pulled in 2 nights ago. And a big Class A pulled in yesterday afternoon. But that's it. Nobody else is here. So they've got these markers for water level. So I wonder if it actually does. If they ever fill it up to here. There's the dam. And now the question is, we want to go down to the water there or go up to the dam. I think I want to go up to the dam first. I don't know that I'm going to get this entire exploration done before breakfast today. Check out the pretty black-eyed Susans. All right, actually, I think I'm going to go down to the water first and then come back up. And maybe I'll do the other side tomorrow because I'm getting pretty hungry. Where you going, Kit Kit? You wandering off? I bet I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. And you don't need to watch that. Well, this is lovely. I don't think there's really any, but there's no actual access here. I guess I could walk through the reeds. Well, let's just see what that looks like. Would I want to stick my feet in here? Oh, it's starting to rain. I could be getting very wet. Yeah, this doesn't look all that attractive to me. Although the waving cattails are very pretty. I used to love collecting cattails when I was a kid. Yeah, they're very soft. They are, they're very soft. Oh, and here's a double. I don't remember seeing those. Yeah, look at this. Just look at it. Where you going, Kit? Where are you going, jungle boy? Uh-oh, it's starting to rain. We better go. Come on, Kit Kit. I think I'm about to get very wet. So way down there is the boat ramp on the other side. And we have to go not to the top of that hill, but the top of the hill over there, which is a pretty long ways away now. And it's starting to rain pretty good. So I'm gonna get back up this hill as fast as I can. There will be some huffing and puffing involved. And I have a feeling I'm gonna be soaking wet by the time we get back up. Oh well, this was fun. Hope you enjoyed coming along. And yeah. Yeah, this is, it's a big hill, guys. And I've talked about this when I've been driving before. You can't really tell the elevation change in video very well at all. Thank heaven we're not at 9,000 feet now. Well, I didn't get soaking wet, just damp. And we're about to say, home again, jiggity jig. What's that from? Yeah, let me know in the comments if you remember. Funny the odd things we remember from childhood sometimes. Well, that was pretty steep in both directions, and I was really trying to hoof it back up, because although you can't see it, it is actually raining. And Kit was in a hurry. He went running off ahead of me. He did. Let's go get a drink. Let's get a drink. Kit! Kit, come! Okay, so next up this morning, we're going to deal with this, which is my CO and propane detector. It looks like I'm going to have to take 4 screws out, 2 here and 2 here to be able to get to it. So, why am I doing this? Well, you just heard that chirping noise, right? It's making Kit crazy. And it happens once per minute. And I see my vent here is very, very loose. Let's screw that back in. See, this is what happened, guys. It happens. You're running an earthquake down the road. And certainly true for me. We've done over 60 miles of dirt roads in the past week before we got here, and as a result I've been having some issues. So we're going to disconnect this sensor, because this alarm that it's doing is simply telling me that I have a voltage problem. Alright, so we've got the plate off. Oh, here we go. So black to white and red to black. And I think, yeah, I like these connectors. All right, and I'm gonna stick a band. Actually, I can leave that one connected because, well, maybe not. I'm going to just wrap that around like that. And I'm going to wrap this around like this. And of course you want to make sure these two don't touch each other. So I'll put a piece of tape on them and then just shove it back in there for tonight. But now it won't beep, and then Kit will be okay. He was very upset last night with this thing beeping every minute, all night long. So we'll solve that issue.